When you're looking at a patio set, the first thing that makes me pause is the question of whether it will actually fit into my life, not just my backyard. I've seen enough glossy ads that promise luxury outdoors only to end up with a set that either looks cheap after a few weeks of sun, or feels uncomfortable once you try to sit through a dinner. That's why I wanted to walk through the practical side of the vidaXL 7-piece patio dining set before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's start with the basics of what you get: a low-profile rectangular table, 6 matching chairs, and a pair of side cushions that are sold separately. The frame is a powder-coated steel skeleton, wrapped in a dark gray poly-rattan weave that's meant to look like natural wicker but resist moisture and UV rays. What matters most is how those materials behave once they're on your deck, balcony, or garden patio. If you're the type of homeowner who spends evenings on the patio with a glass of wine, or a family that likes to eat brunch outside on the weekends, the adjustable backrests are a genuine plus. The chairs tilt back about 15 degrees and lock in place, so you can lean back while you chat without having to shuffle a cushion around. In my own trial, the reclining mechanism was smooth enough that you don't have to wrestle with a stiff hinge, but firm enough that the chair stays put when you lean forward to reach for a plate. That extra comfort feels more like a small ergonomic win than a gimmick, especially compared to a standard fixed-back rattan chair that forces you into a single posture. Weather resistance is another selling point that often gets overpromised. The poly-rattan is engineered to shed water rather than absorb it, so after a sudden summer downpour you can simply shake off the excess and the chairs dry in a matter of minutes. The steel frame, while not stainless, is powder-coated and doesn't rust after a season of exposure. In practice, that means you can leave the set out year-round in most climates without worrying about immediate corrosion. The dark gray color does attract a bit of dust, but a quick wipe with a garden hose or a damp cloth restores its sleek look, which aligns with the easy cleanup claim. Now, let's talk about the hidden trade-offs. Poly-rattan, despite its durability, can start to look a little faded after several years of intense sun. That's not a deal-breaker if you're okay with a slightly lighter shade over time, but if you're aiming for a set that stays a deep, rich gray forever, you might want to consider a teak or aluminum option that ages differently. Also, the reclining feature introduces a moving part that can loosen with frequent use. The lock mechanism is a simple click-into-place system. After a handful of reclines per week, you might notice a faint wobble. It's not a safety issue, but it does mean you'll need to tighten the bolts every few months if you're a heavy-use family. Assembly is something many first-time patio buyers dread, and this set is no exception. The components come in flat-packed boxes with a fairly detailed instruction sheet, but you'll need a screwdriver and a second pair of hands for the larger pieces. The table legs bolt onto a crossbeam, and each chair frame is a few separate sections that snap together before you attach the rattan weave. If you're comfortable with basic DIY, you'll probably finish in under an hour. If not, consider budgeting a little extra for a handyman or a friend with a toolkit. Who should buy this? The sweet spot is a medium-sized outdoor space. Think a 1,012-foot patio or a garden nook where you have enough room for a rectangular table without it feeling cramped. The modern, low-profile silhouette works well with contemporary exterior decor, and the neutral gray can blend into both lush green surroundings and more urban concrete settings. If you value a little recline for extended conversations or casual meals, this set delivers that comfort without adding a bulky chaise lounge. It's also a solid choice if you don't want to invest in expensive cushion packs right away. The set looks complete enough that you can add cushions later for a personalized touch. Who should skip it? First, anyone with a very tight balcony or a small patio where even a modest table would dominate the space. The table measures about 48 inches long, so it needs a clear area around it for chairs to pull out comfortably. Second, if you live in a region with harsh winters where snow, ice, and salt are common, the powder-coated steel could eventually show signs of wear despite its coating. In those climates, a fully stainless steel or wrought iron set might hold up longer. Finally, if you're after a set that includes plush, weatherproof cushions from the get-go, you'll need to buy those separately, which adds to the overall cost. On the practical side, the set's biggest strength is the combination of adjustable